But I just love the the menu. It looks neon, and it's just really, really cool. Hey everyone, welcome back. I have quite a few things to show, so we're gonna jump right into it. You can see here I have Pikachu with me. Not typical Pikachu though. If you remember from the last time I was talking about getting a brown Pikachu basically with Fly. So I'm gonna show that off really quick. Named it Aerochu. Might be kind of cliche, but whatever. I like that color brown, it's nice. So yeah, this is the reverse to where it's, I believe, a Pikachu, and it was renamed Pidgeot, I believe. Can never seem to remember how this works. Yeah, I believe so. And then I changed it to Aerochu. That would make sense. But as you can see here, if I fly away, it doesn't have any special sprite associated with it, unfortunately. And just like the last time with the surfing Pikachu that was blue. So unfortunately, that didn't work out the way I was hoping. Like I said, a missed opportunity there, in my opinion. So now a couple things really quick. Let's see. Okay, just had to remember what I need to do here. So first off, you gotta be careful with stacks of 255. I might have explained this before, but just so you know. So if I get rid of that, you can see it just kind of multiplied, which is, I guess, good if this is like Master Ball or Rare Candy. But that's actually kind of obsolete now after I show you what's gonna happen here. But then another thing is that it actually canceled my revive. Like my revive is gone, and the cancel button's down there. So it's like I just lost those revives, which is kind of an issue because this is actually another script that we're gonna use. Let me load the state here. Okay. So I'm gonna get rid of, oh yeah, to avoid that, I should say, if we switch this, it's kind of like Q, since it's like 255, it acts like Q in a way. So basically, if something's above it, it will kind of overtake it, but if it's below it, whatever you get rid of, it'll be fine. So we're gonna get rid of 254 of these, and we're gonna end up with 1. And this script here is really good because this is basically for item duplication, which is really, really helpful, which is ironic for what it does too. I hope I have the correct active box. I guess we'll find out really quick. I do not. I knew there was something going on there. So I'll do that really quick. Yeah, you gotta be careful with WSM and arbitrary code execution for that reason, because that's all it takes for it to go wrong, and that sometimes can just delete your save. So you gotta be really careful with that. Like, I'm not joking. So, unfortunately, like if you're doing stuff like this on like Virtual Console, because this is actually really helpful, I'm gonna show later on Virtual Console. You gotta be careful because it probably will get rid of your save data. Maybe there's a way you can back it up in there that I don't know about, but I'm not positive. So we're gonna get rid of this Pokeball. Do that again. Sorry about that little fail. I don't know why that wasn't set up beforehand. I was doing a lot of things. Like, we have a lot of things to show here, so yeah. Anyway, we're gonna move on here. So this is basically item duplication. And so you saw there, it's kind of weird. Like it got rid of an X special, even though you kind of expect that it wouldn't. But that's because it actually underflowed to 256, which is also 0. So if I get rid of 1, I'm back at 255, which is like phenomenal. It's actually really, really helpful. And now what I'm going to do is actually set up the Dry Underflow Glitch to show off another thing. So we're going to jump right into that. You're going to see a cut here. And the same thing applies for when you deposit items, so it's important to put your stacks of 255 at the top, because it acts like just like Q, essentially. That's how it works. So like whenever you deposit something above the stack of 255, it will kind of like replace it, if you will. It's a way to look at it. So an easy way to avoid that is just put stuff beneath it and deposit from there. And then that was the script. I didn't go over it entirely, but it was essentially WSM, the item that you need to duplicate, the X accuracy, and then 201 revives. I should have shown that a little bit more. I'm gonna, of course, put that in the description for you. Okay, moving on. Alright, now we have our bag set up like this. 2 tossable items followed by a stack of 255. It could be anything for this. It just has to be a tossable item. X special is good because you can use that for Dry Underflow Glitch. I might have said in the past, I want to say this now as like for a fact, that you do need an X special to be able to do the Celadon City map. There might be other options, but I know X special is kind of required. So you can see here we get this kind of weird thing. As I was explaining earlier, that's how this item works. Now you're going to toss 253, and then you're going to switch with this one, switch with this one. This is a little bit of a reminder since it's been a while since I've shown this. And then basically what we can do is go on down here into what I call the game's code. Because essentially this is basically just like values on the map, is the way I look at it, but that may not be entirely accurate, but here's your proof. So if I get rid of this Ultra Ball, look at this. We just changed the color. Just from doing that, just from tossing the Ultra Ball. And what's so interesting too is that if we just fly away and come back, to my knowledge, we completely revert everything. Colors return, go back in here, and like we have our Ultra Ball. I don't know if I said Master Ball the first time. There's one up here, which is the best way to find that. It's after the second cancel button, where like there's nothing there, but you keep going, and then like it magically appears. I recommend doing this here in Celadon City first, because it gives you a bearing, if you will, where it always seems to start off with the Master Ball most of the time. Then like this item, and then it's basically the third item after like where the cancel is in most areas, because I've already checked out a few. And then this one is actually interesting. We'll move on to that here in a second. We're going to continue with the Ultra Ball. As I was saying, I don't know if I said Master Ball, Ultra Ball, but it's definitely the third one here, the Ultra Ball. And that's pretty consistent in most areas. So if we get rid of 2, we can see here, it actually just keeps changing it. And like our character looks different, Pikachu looks different. Like this is really cool. This like fascinates me, honestly, how the colors can just change before our eyes, just because we're getting rid of this. I'm not really sure why. Definitely has something to do with the game code. Like I said, I like to do videos later on about like more in-depth stuff about this, and I'm sure, once again, I'm pretty sure this is Glitch has something on this. You can probably find it. But technically the name for this, maybe not this color changing, but the next one with the Great Ball anyway, has been dubbed, from what I've seen, the Instant LOL Glitch, which I just thought was a really good name for it. Because, here, I'll just show you. Essentially, you can just create glitch cities out of thin air with this, especially if you do it right. So we can see here, it looks kind of normal. I press this, and then we're suddenly like over here, over by like the rocks up in the corner. I'm actually gonna reset, and my other save state here. It's handy for that because I already had it prepped ahead of time. So if you see any differences, it's because I loaded a different state. Okay. So we're not gonna change the colors yet. I don't remember. Like if I do 10, I know if I do like 6, usually it would take me off to like the left a little bit. Cause like now we're over here, which is weird. Okay, I guess it took us to the right technically. I was still trying to figure that out because we were all the way over there. And as you can see, we're getting like kind of a glitch city forming here. And I'm still getting the bearings fixed out for this. I'm not too familiar with it, but this is actually important to show off because, you know, the map's like getting destroyed before our eyes. And we can even just like kind of just trot around. Like just keep changing that, and like we'll keep changing our position. It's just really neat how we can do that. Like we're back in here in Celadon City, or Celadon, I'm sorry, Cerulean City. And like I'm back, and I'm not saying like it's fixed. Like I don't know if this has any other effects, and for that reason I would avoid saving afterwards. I believe it's okay, because it seems that it's reverted once we fly away. So it's relatively harmless, but there are times where you can kind of get an unlock code, and we're gonna actually move on right now, because I'll show you a little bit of why I was saying that it's kind of important to know where those are. Like, not based off name, but location in the bag, because sometimes it'll be different. Like, I'm pretty sure the Master Ball is always there, and like now it's a Pokeball instead of a Great Ball, but it does the same thing, and that's because of the area that it's in. Like that item, it's significant. So it appears that if we get rid of items, it shifts us to the right, is what it looks like. So I wonder, that was actually not very helpful at all. But what's cool with this is we can just fly away if it doesn't work. And actually for that sake, let's go to Celadon really quick. Well, this is just so fun to me, I don't know why. So like, now it's the bicycle, so this is actually a good instance of this. So this is like the color palette. It seems to change just based on whatever's in here, like the quantity of what's in there. And this changes based on quantity as well, but also has effects too, I believe, on what's actually in there. So I'm assuming since we only have one bicycle, maybe we have more, it gives us this color, which looks really interesting. We'll hop over a ledge. And then the quantity that was in, like, I'm just gonna call, for simplicity's sake, I'm gonna call this slot 3 and this is slot 4. Because after the cancel button, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what we're gonna roll with the rest of this. So if I keep changing this, it'll keep changing our position. It also changed the color too, which was interesting. I wonder if it's significant based on what it is too, like I was saying earlier. And then I put it back and it changed the color and position as well. See, that part gets kind of confusing to me, because like if we just keep switching back and forth, does it revert or does it keep? Yeah, okay, it reverted it back. So if we just change like 1, for example, our position changed, but the color did not. But then the color will change because if we switch it here, that, oh yeah. So you gotta be careful sometimes. I might put a warning at the beginning of this video saying something about the colors, because these colors are pretty bright and pretty like high contrast. So sometimes when this happens, you have to be kind of skillful to open it. You have to know that you have to press open your menu, click on the item, go down, toss 1, and then just kind of spam the A button, and then sometimes you'll get out of there to where you can actually see what you're looking at again. Because sometimes it will change the colors to where like they're all the same, so it's hard to tell. Oh, okay. Let's get rid of like 2 more, or maybe just 1 more, so I can like start walking around again. Oh no, I'm still stuck over here. Interesting. Let's get rid of like 5. I'm still trapped. Oh, I should have done like 2. I feel like, because I think we're like in the game corner right now. Let's do another 5. I'm about ready to run out of Ultra Balls, unfortunately. Oh no, I just need 1 more. I believe if I get rid of 1 more. Actually, let's change the color really quick. Ooh, wait, maybe I shouldn't, because well, if I switch to the bike anyway. I feel like if I switch back to the bike, it's going to teleport me back to where the bike corresponds to. Yeah, out here in the middle of the woods. And like we're all black silhouettes, which is actually really cool if you ever want to like do that for some reason. But it does change the entire map, so you couldn't just have like a silhouette for your character. Let's go over to Rock Tunnel, which is originally where I wanted to go, and the colors were changed again. That was cool. But there's another thing that we can do with the LLL glitch, or instant LLL glitch. There's a way you can use it to get Pokemon, but you have to get like a certain glitch city, and I'm still looking into that. So that might be in the future at some point, because it's pretty interesting. We still need to get index numbers 202, which I think I might have left out, and I believe 237 are the 2. Oh crap, I forgot. If you go into a wild battle, you like go back up, and you have to go through this. It's a pain in the butt, honestly. But yeah, I forgot to mention that we still need to get those index numbers, glitch Pokemon. So yeah, 1, 2, 3. It's like we have Old Amber here, which isn't very helpful. We can't toss this. But what's weird is you gotta be careful sometimes, because the whole point of going on this journey was to show you that if we switch, sometimes things get weird, like that. And then usually you end up with an unknown opcode like that. And there's a chance that it might... Okay, we're back here. I was just trying to say there's a chance that it could get rid of save data. I know sometimes when you get unknown opcodes that could happen, but not always. So it's just something to be worrisome of. Like I don't want anyone losing data on this, but like so far I have not had that happen. And it seems relatively harmless, as I was saying. Like it just changes the colors, which I think is really cool, because like there's some spots where you can get some pretty cool colors. Like let's go to Celadon again, actually. And then I think it's like toss 5, I believe. Nope. 6. That's what we were just at, I think, in Cerulean City. I'm about to say Celadon again. Like this one, I love this one, where like, it's not quite like the one I saw earlier, where it makes it look like it's nighttime. Like the map almost looks normal, but like everything's dark. And like you can't really see the ground textures, but I just love the menu. It looks neon, and it's just really, really cool. Like this fascinates me greatly. And there's a couple that I tried where it just looked like it was like snow. Like there was literally snow outside. We'll try 2 more places, because there's one more I want to show off, at least because it looks really cool in my opinion. So I know over here, I can't remember what the amount was. Let's just start with 3, see what happens. I've noticed typically with 3, you get like this white and black kind of look, and your character matches the color, like the town and the palette texture, which is cool. Like if I come over here, it should turn green. Yeah, see, the match the route, which is pretty cool. And then when I go back, it turns to that color too, which is cool. But like this is relatively stable looking in my opinion. Like it looks like it just got rid of most of the color. It's kind of cool in my opinion. Let's see if I can find the one I'm looking for, just because I feel like it's worth showing. I think this one looks cool too. Like this one almost reminds me of the night one. This might have been it actually. It's a bit darker than I think I'd want it, but it just, does this not look cool or what? I think this is fascinating. And yeah, that one's not very good. Ooh, don't do that. If you get rid of all of an item in a slot, it just kicks you back out, up to the top. And I don't remember if you can go back in, because technically you removed an item. And it might actually get rid of your extended item bag, which is what this is. I don't know if I've mentioned that yet. That's essentially where we are. Yeah, sorry, I was caught up in thinking there, but like, does this not look like winter? Like, this is awesome, and it even like goes well with the character. I know the character doesn't look right, but it reminds me of like the black and white one, where like it was just all gray, but then like I turn green, so it's like the essence of the character is like the route, but then the route is like snow. It's just pretty cool, but like I don't know. One thing I can say is that when you go into a building, it gets reverted when you come back out usually, but it's nice when the inside stays the same. Usually once you teleport back out, it gets rid of it. Let's just play around with this for a second. So same deal here, but let's like get rid of like 84 and see where it takes us. So it usually just teleports me like over there onto like a rock, unfortunately, which isn't very helpful, but if I switch these, change the color. Oh yeah, sometimes it'll black it out. So the game is actually functioning right now, but for some reason it just gets rid of all like the UA display or UI display. It's really interesting, and it's like, oh, I must have crashed. That's new. Hopefully it wasn't an unknown opcode. I'm gonna switch to here. Wrong one. Here we go. Sorry about that. I want to do one more like instance of Glitch City, because that was the whole point of showing off the Great Balls here, but it hasn't really been working too well. And there was one effect I got that was actually really cool. Like sometimes it just kind of teleports me into a building, which isn't very helpful. Like you see, like now it just took me down there. I guess part of the map is a little goofy looking from that, you can see, but once it goes off screen, just like that tree from the last part, once like the game realizes where everything is, kind of, if you will, it just kind of resets it. And there's a way, like basically if it comes off screen, it gets reset. So like this should be a similar effect. So everything's all messed up, as you can see. Like using 6 apparently yields decent results. But like apparently opening the trainer card and leaving can help too sometimes. Or it also helps like stimulate the Glitch City, I've heard. I was still reading up on that. Yeah, I can't tell. It's weird that it's like it's still there, and like this guy's not supposed to be here. If only I had a cutter so I could cut this. To be smart. I hadn't thought of that. Whatever. We're gonna go. I want this to actually like work with me here. Let's get rid of like a random number, because you can see I have quite a few Great Balls. Like, I should do something interesting. Well, it could have if only I could go in the water. Like, I think it's the thing, I need to be able to teleport somewhere that's not normal and then be able to move from there. But if I can't, it's not very beneficial. Yeah, that's not very helpful. It'd be cool to pair this with walk through walls, but you'd have to perform that. Oh, here we go. We might be able to do something with this. It's nice having a surfer and a flyer. Alright, things are a little messed up as you can tell. Oh yeah, this is actually exactly what I had the one time. Except this was a dude. So like we're like above the town, I think. Cause like if we come over here, oh, we can't go that far. But Cerulean Cave's over there in that corner. So then you got all these guys walking around and they're just being kind of weird. The guy went up and didn't have a walking animation. I don't know if that was normal or not. Yeah, he kind of just hovered. Why is there random water over here? Was this from... Like, I know there's a lot of water around Cerulean City in certain spots, but, like, I feel like I might crash. Like, up here is what I was thinking, yeah. So here we go, now I'm walking on water. Okay, so this route kind of reloaded, but we're also trapped now, I believe. So yeah, we magically just, yeah, that's not what's actually there, as you can see. Can I keep going this way? So yeah, now we're outside, which is actually pretty cool, because we got outside here without using walkthrough walls, which I thought was really interesting. I could crash if I walk around here though, but like that's pretty neat to my opinion. Like I think if I step, let's find out. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that might have deleted my save data, but let's find out actually. So I'll see you guys when I load up the game. Huh, it did not. Okay, I know sometimes walking out of bounds can like delete save data, so you gotta be worrisome of that. Moving on now, because there's a little bit more I gotta show. We're gonna jump to one more thing that I wanted to do because it was actually pretty cool. So we're gonna come on over here and just kind of stand in this spot just because I like it. And we have Safari Ball here, which is cool, which is, I guess, a key item. If we get rid of 3 here, we get that like black and white look. It's just really cool. Like, it looks kind of menacing since our character's like all red, and then the water's like black and the ground's white and everything. And I also like this little thing where it's like the door's locked. I think there was a different one where like it looked really menacing. I think it was this one, yeah. Door's locked, just that color. I might even save this for later, who knows. But yeah, I just thought it was interesting, like the characters look red. It's just I really think this is just fascinating how you can change the colors. It's pretty cool. Okay, now we're gonna move on, because that's enough of this color changing stuff. Let's see here. Okay, so one more thing before we go. I'm gonna show off another glitch Pokemon. Do something really quick here. You know, I'm not gonna do that because I don't want to switch boxes. So we're just gonna use our script here, which we've seen before. It's the one that lets us get any Pokemon at any level. And I found out the hard way, if you don't have, like, let's say there was no rare candy and it was just the repel and the rest of the script, you'll get a Rhydon. It wouldn't, apparently it just assumes that there's nothing there, I guess, or like the one from, because it technically reads from the X speed, but it's just weird that it still works. I'm assuming it's because it reads from the X speed, and then it's like, since there was nothing above it, because this is the species index, since it was 0, it still gives you a Rhydon, even though you think it'd give you a 3-trainer Poke, but whatever. We're gonna move on from that. So we get the next glitch Pokemon, which is Index 203, since, like I said, 202 is not available. This thing's pretty cool. It has like a little Pokeball wiggle cry, or whatever it's called. It's pretty cool, but it's a hybrid of Magnemite, as we saw. And this one's kind of interesting. Like, it doesn't really have anything too crazy in like stat department and sprites, or even like with a cry, nothing crazy there. It only learns a couple moves, but like what's nice are these moves that are learned after like level 100, like all the interesting stuff. And this is one way to actually be able to bypass level 100 and then use rare candies to be able to get these moves, which were basically off limits, because it's just, there's just no way to get glitch Pokemon above level 100 easily, unless you trade, I guess. But like this method, it's just super easy. You just get the items you need, and you use item duplication to do it, and you can just get all these moves. And actually, one more thing, I could show off that glitch move. We'll save. There's a few things that might conflict here, but it should be all right. Okay, we're gonna encounter Pokemon. So yeah, like how the type is just called V. Oh, so yeah, it's just Scratch. It has like 31% accuracy, and I'm pretty sure that's all it does. Which is really, like, kind of lame, in my opinion, because it's just Scratch. It has like 18 power, I think, so it's a weaker Scratch that's less likely to hit. So it's like, what's the point? It's really not that helpful, but, I mean, it's cool. It does have, I mean, it has even less PP than normal Scratch, but, I mean, at least it's cool looking, and it's type B, whatever that means. But we're gonna reset here. And then, did I learn to move? Yes, I did. Okay, cool. And then we're gonna move on to our special little spot for learning Super Glitch, because he learned Super Glitch at level 205. That was not the right place. I would cut it. I think I might, just because it's gonna be a lot of speeding up and leveling up. So I'll see you guys once I'm about ready to learn Super Glitch. Look at these stats. It's awesome having Pokemon over level 100 because they get super high stats, even for being a Magnemite. Special's pretty high. So yeah, we're at 205. We're gonna learn this form of Super Glitch. I actually just discovered today that this thing learns Super Glitch at that level, and I haven't done any research, so I have no idea what it is, like what type it is. If you remember from like I think part 17, there are like a few different types of Super Glitch. This one's kind of interesting. I'm not gonna save a state. Hopefully that doesn't bite me back in the back or whatever. Let's see here, because I was able to actually use this without it crashing, without any glitch effects. It was weird, but like, oh, Okay, this is a little bit different. We did get glitch effects this time. I used it like 4 times in a row, and it was like karate chop, so it just totally gave us the TM trainer effect. That's pretty cool. I have no idea what form this is. Yeah, that was totally... Oh crap, don't crash. Okay, good. Let me leave. Cool. Alright. I'm okay with that. Didn't mess up our items either. SS ticket! Oh, that's funny. Let's go check something out really quick. Oh wow, we're super slow over here. Probably would have been faster to go to Celadon, but I wanted to come over here. But yeah, that kind of threw off what I wanted to do, because, like for example, like I was able to use that move, so now I gotta go back. PokePC is my name. Interesting. Yeah, Super Glitch is fascinating, honestly, and I don't think I've said it yet, but the next episode's going to feature Zaz Glitch and more Super Glitch, and I might even go into more forms of Super Glitch since now I have access to more, because I'm pretty sure that I got all the ones that I could get in Part 17. What am I doing? Sorry, I was rambling. Char's ID, I don't know, like, the IDs, like, I want to say it's Charizard ID, but it's just... That seems to happen sometimes with the with Super Glitch, certain ones where like the third Pokemon will have a random symbol inserted into its name. So like ID Arzard, I don't know. I'm horrible at pronunciation. Like I don't know how you'd pronounce that normally, but like I just look at like it's Charizard still with ID in it. I don't know, whatever. We're gonna move on. So we get a whole bunch of normal stuff in here, like usual stuff we'll see. Like usually there's a lot of 9s, but like for some reason this one takes the SS ticket. Not really sure why, because I haven't seen the SS ticket in a while. There's an enemy something there. Oh crap, I saw blue. It's something interesting I just like to do, just go through this. There's a particular effect I've been trying to get for a long time, and I'm debating whether I should show it or not. I might just save it though, I think. I think we might just hit up the Nurse Joy and see if she can heal any of these Pokemon. Wow. Whoa, hey, is that? Not quite. It looked like / GJ, but maybe not. Whoa, so a bunch of S's. This is so weird. What the heck is that? Let's see if I can show something off into battle. Well, we already have the glitch Pokemon. Alright, let's get out of there. Deposit. Let's deposit. That's not really that helpful. Let's just see what Nurse Joy does, because that was kind of not what I wanted to do. Just wanted to show off that we can have like another form of Super Glitch to mess around with. And it seems like it's similar to like the one that Q learns. Obviously a little bit different though. So yeah, this is probably going to be pretty typical, I think. I'm probably going to crash. It's just so cool. I like the color. It's one of my favorite gimmicks of this game is like the colors changing based on the city. Oh hey, it didn't go all the way. So this is kind of like that effect that I tried to get forever ago. Let's see here. Yeah, so it let me heal my Pokemon. And then we just go. Like, that was what I thought was cool about that, and that's why I wanted to show it. I'm actually glad I did that. Anything change in here? Not really, except now we have Cider. But that was Charizard, so I don't know why an ID's back. That's so weird. Missing V. Like, healing Pokemon, as you can see, clearly changes them. You got a whole bunch of basic stuff in here, as usual. See if we can get to the bottom, might as well. Seems relatively stable, too. Usually, you'll keep going, you have to like keep pressing B like non-stop. Okay, here it is. Like usually you don't get Pokemon with long names. Or I should say usually you will. But like right there for a while it seemed like we weren't. But now here they are. All level 255. And like most of these Pokemon you can't really touch. Let's keep on moving. It seems like we can't move. That was the end right there, maybe. Okay, I'm gonna go back down to something down there interesting and try and deposit it and see what happens. Sometimes you get weird effects for that, but usually you just crash, which I kind of want because I want to move on to something else really quick before we go. There was one down here that... No! There was one down there that I saw that I wanted. Let's just... No, I don't want to do that because I think there's certain ones here that are like guaranteed to crash and you have to like get lucky and hit the right one. Not that one. It was one of these down here. It has a long name. It was the enemy right there, actually. Wait. Alright, it was one of these. I was able to move around a little bit better, I thought. There we go, yeah. Krabby. Crash. Dang it. That was hopeful. Alright, let's wrap this up. Crap, we gotta reset. The game data is probably destroyed though, unfortunately. Super Glitch does that. Yep, there it is. Ah. We should have like a running tally of how much this happens. Actually, if that's the case, I'll show off that form of Super Glitch later. I don't really want to go back and have to relearn it again. I didn't save state. Like I said, it was gonna bite me in the back. But whatever. I'm gonna end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.